Hey, 49ers faithful. Today we are diving deep into everything happening with our San Francisco 49ers. And the news could not be more exciting. Right now, there is a conversation buzzing across the league about who truly stands as the scariest team in the National Football League. And let me tell you, there are plenty of strong opinions out there. Every team has its flaws, its moments of struggle, and its question marks. When we look at the NFC, the landscape is complicated. Philadelphia, for instance, can dominate one game only to give up significant points in the next, as seen in their exchanges with Dallas. The Cowboys themselves, even in that same matchup, revealed vulnerabilities by allowing 21 unanswered points to the Eagles. The Rams look intimidating on paper, but they have stumbled in unexpected ways, like a surprising loss to Carolina that reminds us no team is invincible. The Lions have faced inconsistencies, and the Colts are teetering on the edge of decline. Even the Broncos, despite flashes of brilliance in the fourth quarter, haven't shown enough for me to be fully convinced that they are true contenders. There's talent and potential, certainly, but results are what matter in this league, and the results have been mixed. That being said, the conversation about fear in the NFL is fascinating because it forces us to recognize that dominance isn't always about perfection. It's about resilience, execution, and timing. Let's shift focus to what's happening with the 49ers, because this is where things get particularly interesting. Across the media, there are strong voices suggesting that San Francisco should be recognized as one of the most formidable teams in the league. Chris Russo, a commentator who can be a little polarizing at times, made waves recently by calling the 49ers the scariest team in football. Now, I know Russo has his quirks and isn't everyone's favorite, but there's substance behind this claim. He highlighted that Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers head coach, ranks among the very best in the game, second only to Sean McVay. The distinction often comes down to a single Super Bowl win for McVay, yet Shanahan's consistency and ability to adapt his team's strategy are nothing short of remarkable. The Niners have proven they can win in hostile environments, securing victories in Los Angeles against the Rams and in Seattle against the Seahawks, showcasing not only talent but poise under pressure. Their current bye week means they are returning to action with rest and preparation, poised to take on teams like the Titans, Bears, and Seahawks at home with renewed energy. When analyzing their season trajectory, Russo and other analysts point to a 12-5 record as a realistic outcome for San Francisco, considering the challenges they have faced. Injuries, unexpected substitutions, and in-game adversity have all been present, yet the team continues to perform at a high level. Brock Purdy's health, combined with a Hall of Fame caliber running back, tight end, and left tackle, position San Francisco as a team that cannot be underestimated. Their resilience is evident when reviewing past games, particularly against teams like the Rams, where even with significant roster challenges, the Niners have competed and often excelled. Losses against Jacksonville, the Buccaneers, and others were shaped by specific circumstances. Injuries to key players, controversial calls, or facing elite defenses that don't fully reflect the team's potential. These situations underscore just how challenging it is to beat this squad even under less-than-ideal conditions. And as Purdy returns to full form, the 49ers' ceiling only rises. Looking deeper into their performance metrics, San Francisco's offensive efficiency is notable, particularly in the red zone. The team has been among the league leaders in drives reaching scoring positions, with special teams playing a crucial role in favorable field position. Their red zone touchdown percentage has improved significantly compared to last season, demonstrating growth in execution and strategy. This combination of consistent scoring opportunities and improved conversion in critical moments amplifies the Niners' overall threat on the field. It is a clear signal to the league that under Shanahan's leadership, the team is evolving and becoming harder to defend. Analysts are beginning to acknowledge this, slowly adjusting power rankings to reflect San Francisco's strength. From ESPN to CBS Sports and The Athletic, the Niners have climbed steadily in the rankings, signaling respect from experts who track performance, resilience, and the capacity to challenge any opponent in the NFL. Even though some outlets remain critical, The overall trend is undeniable. San Francisco is gaining recognition as a team that commands attention and caution from any competitor. At the core of this rise is a combination of leadership, talent, and adaptability. Shanahan's coaching philosophy emphasizes maximizing the skills of each player while remaining flexible to changing game situations. Players like Fred Warner, Bosa, and Purdy form a nucleus capable of executing complex game plans and making in-the-moment adjustments that often make the difference between victory and defeat. Even in games where key contributors were sidelined, the Niners' performance underlines the depth and preparation embedded within the roster. They're a team that thrives not just when everything goes perfectly, but when they face adversity, making them uniquely difficult to prepare for as an opponent. This adaptability extends beyond individual matchups to the team's approach across the season, maintaining competitiveness week after week in a league where injuries and fluctuations in form are inevitable. As the season progresses, the narrative surrounding the Niners continues to shift. Fans and analysts alike are beginning to appreciate the broader picture, a team that is not merely surviving the rigors of the National Football League, but is actively positioning itself as a dominant, strategically sound, and fearsome contender. Each game, whether at home or on the road, contributes to this evolving reputation, as San Francisco consistently demonstrates the capacity to execute under pressure and respond to challenges with composure. There is an emerging consensus that the 49ers are not just a threat in their division. They're a team that can instill apprehension across the entire league. Observing their progression, it becomes evident that respect is being earned not only through wins, but through the manner in which they conduct themselves on the field, showing resilience, adaptability, and a commitment to excellence at every level of play. Continuing with the story of the San Francisco 49ers, it is impossible to ignore how much attention their recent performances have drawn across the league. Even as the season progresses and challenges accumulate, the Niners have demonstrated a remarkable ability to adapt and evolve, turning what could have been weaknesses into opportunities to showcase resilience. Their offensive consistency, especially in crucial situations like the red zone, is one of the clearest indicators of this growth. Teams across the NFL often struggle to convert opportunities once they reach scoring position, but the Niners have steadily improved, climbing into the top 10 for red zone efficiency. This is no small feat. It speaks to meticulous preparation, sharp execution, and a roster that understands the nuances of high-pressure football. What once may have been a frustrating area for the team has now become a strength, giving San Francisco an edge in tight matchups and proving that their offense is more than just talent. It is disciplined, adaptable, and methodical. Defensively, the 49ers remain equally formidable. Players like Fred Warner and Nick Bosa anchor a unit that consistently disrupts opposing offenses, creating turnovers and applying pressure that can completely alter the course of a game. Even when injuries have forced adjustments mid-game, the defensive squad has maintained a level of intensity and effectiveness that speaks volumes about their preparation and depth. For instance, games where key contributors were sidelined highlighted the team's ability to rotate personnel without collapsing under pressure. Backup players stepped up when needed, schemes were adjusted on the fly, and the overall cohesion of the defense ensured that San Francisco remained competitive in scenarios that might have derailed lesser teams. This resilience is a hallmark of a truly elite team, one capable of weathering the unpredictable storms of a football season while still asserting dominance on both sides of the ball. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 49ers season is the way analysts and commentators have begun to shift their perception of the team. Early on, some underestimated San Francisco due to injuries, past performance inconsistencies, or even the shadow of other high-profile franchises. However, as the team continues to secure wins in challenging environments and execute at a high level under Kyle Shanahan's guidance, there's a growing acknowledgement that the Niners are not just playoff contenders. They are genuine threats to any team they face. From ESPN's Power Rankings to The Athletic and CBS Sports, the trajectory is clear. Respect for the 49ers is steadily increasing, reflecting both their results on the field and the strategic sophistication that Shanahan instills in his players. The team's ability to consistently challenge opponents and respond effectively to adversity is central to this evolving reputation, and it underscores why some analysts are beginning to label the Niners as one of the scariest teams in the National Football League. Looking closer at individual matchups, the Niners have displayed remarkable poise and execution against some of the league's toughest opponents. Victories in hostile stadiums like Seattle and Los Angeles have reinforced the narrative that San Francisco thrives in pressure situations, and the upcoming games against teams like the Bears, Titans, and Seahawks at home offer opportunities to further solidify their dominance. The team's current bye week also provides a strategic advantage, allowing key players to recover and prepare meticulously for these matchups. Analysts have suggested that the Niners' performance in these upcoming games could be pivotal, potentially determining division standings and playoff seeding. This combination of preparation, talent, and situational awareness is precisely what separates the elite teams from the merely good ones, and the Niners seem to check every box necessary to compete at the highest level. Beyond wins and losses, there is a broader story about identity and perception. The 49ers are no longer a team that can be written off or overlooked. Every week, they continue to build a narrative of resilience, strategic excellence, and adaptability that challenges opponents and garners respect league-wide. Players and coaches alike understand the importance of execution and composure, and they have shown repeatedly that they can deliver under pressure. Even in games that presented significant challenges, whether due to injuries, controversial officiating, or facing top-tier opponents, the Niners have managed to maintain focus, execute plays, and demonstrate that their success is no accident. It is the culmination of planning, practice, and talent coming together to create a team capable of extraordinary performance, even when circumstances are less than ideal. The impact of this performance extends beyond the immediate results on the field. Fans, analysts, and opposing teams alike are taking notice of San Francisco's ability to control games, maintain efficiency in critical moments, and execute strategies that challenge even the most prepared defenses. This growing recognition is not merely about respect. It is about the psychological edge the Niners can establish over opponents. When a team is perceived as formidable, it affects how other teams prepare, the pressure they feel, and ultimately, their performance during the game. The Niners' ability to earn this level of respect and instill a sense of caution in other teams is a testament to their overall excellence. It reflects not just talent, but a culture of professionalism, discipline, and resilience that permeates every facet of the organization. Special teams have also contributed significantly to San Francisco's recent success. Field position, often overlooked in casual analysis, has been a critical advantage. The 49ers have consistently started drives in favorable territory, enabling their offense to operate with greater efficiency and confidence. This advantage has translated into points on the board and momentum shifts that could define a game. The synergy between offense, defense, and special teams illustrates the depth and cohesion of a roster, highlighting the importance of a complete team rather than reliance on isolated talent. In this way, San Francisco exemplifies what it means to be a well-rounded, strategically sound football team capable of competing at the highest levels. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers are already circulating across the NFL landscape, and it seems the NFC West is about to get a lot more intimidating. Sources close to the league suggest that Aaron Donald, the relentless defensive powerhouse known for terrorizing quarterbacks across the league, has signed with the San Francisco 49ers. While no official statement has fully confirmed the details, insiders claim that the deal is done, sending shockwaves through teams already bracing for the upcoming season. The mere thought of Donald lining up alongside the 49ers' already stout defensive front has pundits speculating endlessly. The rumor mill is buzzing with visions of pocket collapses and quarterbacks thinking twice before stepping up in the pocket. Word on the street is that Donald has made a bold promise to hunt the QBs of the NFC West, a statement that alone is enough to send shivers down the spines of rival signal callers. Analysts are imagining chaotic divisional matchups where Aaron's presence forces hasty throws, costly mistakes, and a general sense of dread for opposing offenses. Fans and insiders alike are debating how this rumored move could shift the balance of power in one of the league's most competitive divisions. The 49ers' defensive strategy could pivot entirely around maximizing Donald's unique talents, and some speculate that coaching staff meetings have already begun to map out a new era of defensive dominance. Conversations in sports bars and online forums are dominated by scenarios where Donald's relentless pass rush changes the very way quarterbacks approach the NFC West. Of course, rival teams are reportedly already brainstorming countermeasures, but the consensus seems to be unanimous. No one has truly faced a force like Aaron Donald in his prime. Rumors indicate he is hungry, motivated, and ready to wreak havoc week after week. Whether this signing will materialize as reported remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. The 49ers' defensive reputation is about to enter a new, fearsome chapter, and the NFC West may never feel the same again. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.